The first thing that I want to kind of like talk about is like how similar it looks. It's crazy similar, but there are a few telltale signs. For example, the finishing with this one and this one is completely different. And yes, hey Mermaid fam, Mama Mermaid here, aka Reinalum, and today's episode of Hairducation is about reviewing Dyson's hairdryer, the original one versus the fake one. Okay, there's a backstory to this. Long story short, I got this one from Shopee, and this one I got from Sephora. So obviously this is original, and I suspect that this is not, and I'm gonna show you guys why, and perhaps this will help you guys when you want to decide or want to figure out if your unit is original or not. So right off the bat, one thing that I can say is that their packaging is damn on. So when I got it, I honestly thought that it was original because look at that, and in the back it's like the original thing. It comes with like the usual box, and if you guys can see, the box has all of the stuff inside. They even have the warranty card with the serial number for the item. So I'm like, is this real? Is this not? I wasn't sure, because the thing about it is that I bought it from Shopee because I didn't have time to go out and get it, and I also wanted to get a deal, you see. So instead of waiting for a Sephora Black Friday kind of like sale, which I got this one from, I just got it from Shopee, and it wasn't like really freaking cheap. It was still like 1,000 ringgit. But yeah, so when I got it, I really thought that it was legit. But then things went wrong. So as you can see, everything looks pretty legit. Like even they have like all of this like stuff that they would put in the normal like original packaging. So the packaging itself, like you wouldn't be able to tell. Honestly, as a professional, I was really able to tell because I use this every single day. I use Dyson for my studio. So this was supposed to be my second one. Let me just put this down, and the real like telltale signs is actually on the product itself. So the first thing that I want to kind of like talk about is like how similar it looks. It's crazy similar, but there are a few telltale signs. For example, the finishing with this one and this one is completely different. And yes, so the first major comparison is the magnetic nozzle that you have for Dyson, and this one is like really weak. Like I can just like, and it's gone. It's super weak, and it's like a toy. It's amazing how like flimsy it is, and as opposed to the real Dyson, like you can touch it and stuff like that. You can even like do that and it won't like go off, and you can even hear the click. See that? Like how hard it is to do it? You can hear like a distinct click. Whereas this one is like this. It doesn't really like, I don't know, it's like really weak, and like you can't do any major thing, as opposed to this one, which is like really, you can just like do that. Another huge telltale sign is that usually all Dysons, the attachments, accessories, you can use them interchangeably. So this is the original one and it fits perfectly, but the fake one doesn't. It is the opposite magnetic field, so I can't even put it together because the magnets will just push each other aside. So it's the same thing with this one. If I use the fake nozzle on the original product, like I can't, like, because that's how weak it is. Like I can force it in, but definitely the magnetic field is not working, so you can't like put it together. Another thing that you can pretty much see is, of course, like the quality of it. Like you look at the Dyson here, like I just got this a few days ago and I was already like complaining about it, and you see like this one, this is the original one, and I got this kind of like 2 years ago, and the writing is still like super perfect, as opposed to this one which I just got last week. And can you see that? It's basically like the word Dyson is already like rubbed off. So that's like a huge telltale sign that it's not original. Your Dyson writing on it will not rub off and stuff like that. On top of that, if you guys look at like how the mold is made, I don't know if you guys can see it, but here you can see the plastic like rootage, or like it looks as if like it's marbled, and whereas this one is kind of like really smooth. So those are like the telltale signs. In the end of the day, quality matters. So these are like real signs. And even like the font and the sizes are not the same. The font and the sizes are not the same at all. Like how striking it is, like with the original one and the fake one, is like super obvious. But that being said, when you look at the top parts, there are little differences, especially at the ridges. But the purple one and the pink one looks exactly identical. If you're not a huge Dyson user, you wouldn't know. Like seriously, I wouldn't know. So small things like the ridges here, there's a difference there. Like this one is more spaced apart, this one is not. I don't know whether that's supposed to be the case, but yeah. When I got it, one really bad red flag is definitely the sound. It sounds horrible. I immediately knew. So the first thing that I want to show you guys is the sound comparison. It's like a Ferrari. It's supposed to have a specific sound. This is the original one. And this one, you can really hear the motor like really having a problem to start and shut off. As opposed to, you see how differently, like how smoother it is? This one has a little bit of a shriek on it. And another thing that I realized is that this thing, I can't even change the settings right. This will change, but the speed for the fan doesn't change at all. I can't change the speed of the fan. This is faulty already. So I have already went on Shopee and I told the guy who sold it to me, I'm like, I need a refund because I'm not keeping this. And thankfully, because it's Shopee, he had to like reply me and he had to give me a refund. But then I kind of like I have to send it back, I have to pay for postage again, and of course I have to wait, and I don't even know whether I will really get the refund. I'll let you guys know if I really do in the comment section below, like in the description below. I'll let you guys know. But yeah, so all these little things that you find will help you to figure out whether you have an original Dyson or not. I tried it just because I'm also curious. I usually would get it on sale for about 1,004, original price 1,008, but this one is only 1,000. So I was like thinking, if I could just save 400 bucks, and if it really works, maybe they're like display pieces or whatever it is. Like a lot of Malaysians out there really need like a cheaper alternative because we are broke bitches, let's just be honest. So if it works, then it will be something that I want to share with you guys, but obviously it doesn't. So in cases like this, I really believe that the price has to kind of like go within the range and just buy from like a trusted seller instead of like people from Shopee or like God forbid from Carousel, because these people, like, they can run away with your money and it's like 1,000 bucks, so it's not exactly cheap and they can still scam you that way. So I just want to let you guys know, if you guys bought a Dyson through Lazada, through Shopee, and you guys are not sure how it works like. A good tip is for you to just take the nozzle that you have and you go to any Sephora, any official Dyson place, and you just like take it out of your handbag and just try to put it in. If it doesn't fit and if the wordings are different and if you have like a different texture and stuff like that, then you might have to like go back to your seller and tell them like, hey, you con me or some shit, like seriously. So that is it. This is how it went down, and you guys now know how to like differentiate the original and the fakes, and I'll see you guys next week. Bye.